Hey friends and family, welcome to Marcie Creates. This is Marcie, and tonight we've got the Didi's Deluxe Bead Box tutorial for Burlesque Lounge. It's Burlesque Lounge time, baby. So, as you can see, I've already got some things laid out here. I didn't want the video to be super long, and in fact, it's going to be a two-parter. We're going to concentrate on one main element of the necklace. We are going to do a necklace tonight, and I do want to show you my sketch. I made a little sketch so you can see where we're going. So we're going to have a very pronounced dangle down the front of our necklace, and I've already got some pieces laid out here, kind of how I want to do it. A little bit of a step ladder with some dangles. And we're gonna make this piece tonight, and then, and probably these dangles right here. Then we're gonna make the rest of the necklace tomorrow night, because I don't want to make this super long. And I thought it would be best to break it into two parts. So let me show you what I got going on. I have, pardon me a moment, I want to keep my sketch where I can see it. I like to do this sometimes when I'm trying to think out a design that I've not done before, or it's not just a simple stringing project. This is almost like an engineering project. Lots of parts and lots of little pieces. So as you can see, I have the beads laid out from the box, and I did add a few things of my own. I added these little really pretty already wrapped rondelles with the filigree, and I found these bead caps which look stunning with these pearl drops. So we're going to use those. I had 4 of them, and I have 4 of these drops, so it's perfect. And then down here, this is going to be right here, this piece is here, and then the dangle is going to be here, and then these two are the pieces on either side. So that's what we're going to make tonight. And I did get started because I didn't want it to be too long. As you can see, I've already kind of laid some things out. I thought I would finish this drop, this piece right here, and put this piece together, and this piece, and then this piece, and then we're going to do the side pieces. They're going to be 3 pearls with a rondelle here and here, and here and here. I'm going to have 4 of those. So I'm going to get started on this. I did start by putting this together, just simple wire wrap loops, and I'm going to attach it to this beautiful check bead, and then these are going to hang. I made 3 of these, are going to hang at the bottom. So let me continue to put that together. And I've been using some long head pins because I find that those are easier to work with on this particular design. So I'm just going to continue, and I'm just cutting the little ends off of these and just doing some wire wraps. So I'm going to connect this to this piece. Oh, you know what? I already made one. I already started a loop, and we're going to attach it. I do like to work from sketches when I'm thinking of something to do that I find intricate, or, like I said before, engineered. And it's not a if you do that, which I recommend trying it, you don't have to be Picasso. I mean, as long as your sketch makes sense to you, that's all that matters. But it does help you work out some ideas before you actually start making your piece. This little guy does not want to wrap around here. Hope you guys are doing well. We actually, believe it or not, we're under 100 today. I think we were like 94 degrees. It's only going to last for 2 days, and then we're back up to 107. Ugh, but I'll take the 2 days. I really will. I read somewhere, or my mom actually read somewhere, that people are now feeding the squirrels and putting water out for them and the birds, because it is so, we haven't had any rain. The poor little animals are suffering. So people have been putting out dishes of water, and one squirrel, my mom said, was just laying in our backyard on his belly trying to get cool. Poor thing. Okay, so I'm gonna add this beautiful bead. I love these. This was that check strand that was already strung, and it was just, I mean, stunning. And I'm just gonna make a loop. I'm gonna hang these guys off of the bottom here. Yeah, I'm excited about this box. I need to rewatch that movie. That movie with Cher and Christina Aguilera, because it was so much fun. The only thing I will say about working with the head pins is they are a little bit stiffer than like actual wire, so you kind of have to mess with it a bit. Let's see. So I think this will be very dramatic when it's finished, and it will have some really cool movement in it. All the different pieces, when they come together, almost like a trapeze, kind of. But I was thinking about burlesque routines, and there seems to always be like a swing or something, like somebody comes in on the stage on a swing. I don't know why I have that vision. I've seen it in something. Maybe it was the Burlesque movie, but that's a, what am I trying to say? That is a very common way, I think, of people coming into the stage. I don't know why I'm thinking that, but anyway, I had swing sets in my head. That's hence the ladder look, kind of a swing set ladder look that I'm going for here. Okay, now I'm going to add my dangles. I could have added them to this, but I want them to move a lot. That's why I'm adding the jump ring. But you could certainly add it, you know, to the piece that you're making, if you decide to make some of these elements that I'm making. Designer's choice always. Okay. See, they're extra dangly now. All right, and then let's continue making our I'm gonna make these next, I think. And I love these. I don't even know what shape these are. They came in that check strand. They're really cool. So I'm gonna use ball head pins for these. Oh no, I'm not. Never mind, I'm gonna use those later. I'm gonna take one of the small pearls, and I'm gonna make 2 of these, and that beautiful rondelle that came in the strand, and then these gorgeous drops, and then one of these fancy bead caps, and then, oh, I was gonna do a rondelle and then this black bead. Now this is gonna hang, so I'm just gonna make a loop. we're going to make all the pieces first, and then we'll attach everything. And everything's going to be attached with these little jump rings. And my goodness, I hope it works out. I think it will. I did some advanced planning. Usually I'm on the fly with stuff, but this seemed too architectural to not have some pre-planning. But I had a hard time working today because I was so excited to get into this box. I was having a hard time concentrating. I had the beads on my desk, and every time I got a phone call, I started playing with them. I'm like, I gotta put these away. But they're just fun to play with and look at, even if you're not making something. Okay, here's the next one. This goes pretty quick too. I mean, I just don't want to drag the video out too long. It is some repetition, but I think like anything, when you make multiple components, you kind of get into a rhythm. So I love these bead caps. Aren't they gorgeous? I think those came in a Jesse James beads mix, and I hadn't used them yet. I was digging through all my stash today trying to find things that would look great with this box. Just to add a little some of my own. Okay. Now, not everything's going to be wire wrapped. I am going to do some simple loops as well. But we'll get into that when we start connecting. Well, these are going to be simple loops because they'll be easier to connect. As soon as I'm done with this, I'll show you something on my sketch that I did in trying to figure out how to put this together. Boy, that last little bit does not want to. These are a bit stiffer than like I would normally use probably 22 gauge wire. These are just really, I think that's good. And I also don't want to crack this crystal because it's so pretty. Okay. All right, let me just make sure nothing's poking out. I think we're good. So we got 2 of those. And we need to make these guys next. And let's see, I was going to put a little pearl at the top here. So let me grab a longer, I have some that are 4 inches, I think, head pins. That'll work. I'm ready for fall. Are you guys ready for fall? I'm ready. But here, it doesn't get cool till, like, I don't know, Halloween? We've had 80 degrees before at Thanksgiving. And I'm from up north, Michigan originally, and I can't really get into Thanksgiving and turkey and stuffing and all that when it's 80. It just doesn't seem right. So the most time-consuming thing is going to be to do all these little elements. What I might do is just do a few of these and then make the rest off camera, because I don't think you need to watch me make 4 and 5 of everything. But obviously, I want you to see what I'm doing, some of it, because then you know how to make all the components. These head pins are not cooperating with me. I don't know where I got these black beads with the little filigree on them, but wow, they turn out nice for this. Okay, let me just fix this. All right. Oops. Almost went flying across the room. Oops. I think I'll make this a simple loop. I mean, a simple, yeah. Because this is going to go on a jump ring. Like what I do with my round nose. There you are. And I'm making these small, these loops. I just want just enough to attach everything. All right. I don't think that one's long enough. Yeah, this one's longer. So I wanted to mention, I did make it over 2,000 subscribers this week, you guys. Thank you, thank you. And if you're new, welcome. Happy to have you. And so the end of this week, I'm going to be making a very special announcement with a giveaway. I mean, the announcement, it's going to be an unboxing, not an unboxing. Yeah, friend mail unboxing by some more polymer clay, beautiful pieces by Beth Sullivan. And I will be doing a giveaway, which I'll tell you more about on Friday, to celebrate my 2,000 subscribers. I can't believe I have 2,000 subscribers, you guys. Amazing. Now on to 3,000. Woo! But I'm pretty amazed. So I've had this little channel for a couple years now, and I really thank you all. And all of you that leave me the beautiful messages, you guys are just so sweet, and I'm delighted that I can inspire you. I just really makes my day. Lots of cool things happening since I've been doing this channel, that things I never expected, friends I've made, and just enjoying being part of the beading community and sharing projects with everybody. And if you're not part of my Facebook group, please do check it out. We'd love to have you. I think we have over 400 people in the Facebook group, and that's under Marcie Creates. That is the name of the group. And like I said, I'd love to have you. And many, many nice people, very talented people. It's a lot of fun. Okay. Let me do a better job of, there we go. So yeah, 2,000 subscribers. Never in a million years when I started this channel I would have that many people. It's pretty mind-blowing. Okay. And these are a little bit askew. When I start attaching things, I'll straighten them up. I just want to get them made right now. So we have these dangles, and they're going to go with this. We have these that are going to actually hang off of, let me pull my picture out again. They're actually going to hang off of the actual necklace, so we'll put those to the side. But that's these components. And now we're going to make we'll make this guy. And I'm going to do simple loops for those. And we'll make this. Now this bottom piece is actually going to have this on it. That's the piece that's going to hang down the most. And then these guys will hang on the end, like so. All right. So let's see, let's put this bottom piece together. So we're going to take our maybe we should put the key here is you want these to match up, and I had to make a loop for this so that it would hang the right way. So it's actually going to hang off of this little rod here. Oops. Again, I'm doing simple loops. I'm going to add these gorgeous flat black beads. Those are so cool, and they look nice with that faceted bead. I don't know. My mouth doesn't want to work, you guys. I've been mispronouncing things all day. It is so silly. I'm not sure why, but okay. Let me lay this down so you can get a view. I want some symmetry, of course, which is not like me normally. Like I said, this is a more architectural type design. And we need another one of these little guys. Move this up a bit. So I just want to lay this out so you can see it. This is going to be the bottom, which it looks longer in my picture, but it's the same kind of idea. That's what we're making right now. Okay. Alrighty. This week is flying by too. I just thought I'd say. All right. Now I need to I'm going to do a simple loop on this side. And I want the loops to be the same orientation. So let me take a look here. Okay. It's a little tricky because you got a lot of pieces moving, which will look great on the necklace, but it doesn't really help when you're trying to put stuff together. Just got to be patient. Not always my strong suit, but okay. A little bit of that wire is showing. Let's see if I can. Well, it might be all right. I reserve the right to redo that if I need to. But for now, so this is our bottom piece. So now we're gonna make these pieces, and I want them to be, actually, let me put this here. I want them to be the same width. That's going to be the tricky part, I think, is to make everything even. So that is, I think we need maybe a little gold spacer bead on either side like we did. Let's see, I did add some gold spacer beads from my stash for this. So let's make our loop. And while we're at it, we might as well make both of these components at the same time. This is what I mean by the assembly line. Just, you know, however many components you have to make, just make them all at once and then you connect later. So I'm just making the simple loops right now. And I like the way Neelay Patel does them. I'm gonna make a little P and then what he calls it, break the neck. I don't know if anyone else calls it that, but I don't know what else. It's a good description, I think. Okay. Oh, and if you have head pins that, well, not really head pins, but if you have pins with the loops on the end, that'll save you some time too. I need to invest in some of those. I don't have those. I tend to make them myself. All right, so let's make our other two. So we're going to take a gold spacer, pearl, our gorgeous black faceted flat bead, this gorgeous check bead, black bead, pearl, spacer. Let me just hold it up here. That is super close. Okay, I think that'll do. Simple loop again. We need to make one more. So again, we're gonna, once you get going, it's pretty fast. Pearl. Black bead. pearl. I was going to mention a couple summers ago when I started this channel, I thought I was going to do jewelry, art journaling, which I also do, but I haven't in a while because I've been so busy with the jewelry, and then also cooking. Well, it's been so hot here. My mom and I always make cold cucumber soup, and I actually did a video on how to make that. So if you're somewhere hot and you want a refreshing soup, it is a soup you serve cold, kind of like what is it, gazpacho, but with cucumbers. But it's really good. So it's one of my older videos. I might put some more recipes out there sometime, but very refreshing. It uses fresh dill and cucumbers, onion, and a little chicken broth, or if you're vegetarian you can use vegetable broth, and it's really, really good. You just liquefy it in a stick blender and stick it in the fridge, and if you're too hot to cook, you can just have that. And some, we like to make a salad with like the roast chicken that you get at the store. So give that a whirl or check it out. All right, so now we got to make, let's see here. I'm going to turn this sideways. So we're going to need 3 more of those. So I'll make one, and then I'll make the other 2 off camera so that we can attach this, and you don't have to be watching the same thing for 4 times. So again, I'm just going to make a simple loop. And like I said, when I make a bunch of these, I'll just do all 4 and then string them, put the beads on, and then, you know, make the other side, you know, the other loop. Okay, and I can shut that later. See how that's open? I'm not too worried about it. I can use my bent nose pliers and kind of squiggle that around till it closes. But we're gonna need three pearls, a rondelle, and 3 pearls. And we're gonna need to do that. We need 3 more, so. It's so nice because we got so many pearls. You can really do like a really cool repetitive look on some of your components because you got plenty of beads, which is nice. So I'm gonna make these, and literally you're just gonna, if you plan to make this, just put your beads on here like we did with the other components. It's really the same thing, just different beads. And you're gonna make all these. I know I mentioned how I was going to connect these. I'll show you that when we put this together. So again, and I want my loops to go in the same direction too. You can always fix the orientation. In fact, I think I'm going to have to do that with this one, so I'll show you. Yeah. So let me show you. So see how one is facing this way and one is facing this way? All you gotta do is take your bent nose or chain nose or whatever you have, and you're just gonna twist them so that they face in the same direction. Okay? So really quickly, off camera, I'm gonna make the other two and then we'll connect everything. So stay tuned. Okay, so the components are made and I've laid them out. You can see we have our pretty components here. This is how it's going to come together. And I've already, if you make something like this, I would recommend getting your jump rings ready. These are already, I already opened these, so it'll be just a little bit quicker. And so we're just gonna start, I think at the top here. And let me show you. So this is my little sketch of how we're gonna connect things. So the jump ring's gonna face you and you're gonna have connections on 3 ends. Now the top one will have 4. No, they'll have 3, but it'll be in different spots. Actually, let me do the top one first. Let's do this top piece in our 2 side pieces. So maybe I should zip in just a little here. Hope you can see that. And we're going to take an open jump ring, grab our side piece and attach. Now I will have to open this again when this is the top piece that's going to connect to the necklace ultimately. And I'm using small jump rings, so I'm trying to make sure I'm getting them closed right. Oops. Might have an avalanche if I'm not careful. Oh. Okay. We all know I like to drop beads. I think that's universal when you make jewelry though. So see how that's hanging? Oh, geez. See how that's hanging on the bottom? I'm going to do the same thing over here. Oh, had an avalanche anyway. Oh well. Okay, so here's that piece. And then we're going to attach. Now here's the tricky part, because let me move this one over just a bit. We're going to add 3 pieces now. So remember that I showed you. So if you look here, there's the top loop, the side loop, and the bottom loop. And the jump ring is going to go that way. Not as complicated as it sounds, but I'm wondering about putting it together because sometimes I can be all thumbs when it comes to stuff like this. So we'll see. I think the best course of action is going to be to put my bottom piece first and then the side piece and then the top piece. I think that's the way to do it. We're going to find out in a minute. Drum roll, please. Yay, that looks good. Okay, next. I got two kissing cousins here. Hang on a minute. Oh, poor puppy's sneezing in the living room. Cha-Cha has terrible allergies. So let's see. So we did, I have to give her an allergy pill later. So we did bottom piece, and I am gonna have to close that loop. Middle piece, and top piece. Okay. Drum roll, please. Again. Okay. Just making sure. Okay, that looks right. This other side, okay, that looks right too. Okay. Very good, very good. So now we just need to attach our beautiful focal. Let me pull out just a little. We need to attach this. I literally love this. I think this looks really cool. Okay, so again, we don't have to worry about any other pieces. We just need to attach these. Let's see. Ooh. Kind of gets in your way a little bit. There we go. Let's do the other side. And what I might do off camera, I don't have a bust in this room at the moment, but I have one in another room. I will hang this whole thing once it's put together on a bust, just to make sure, you know, all the connections are in the right spot, because it can get dicey. And once it's put together and gravity takes hold and it's hanging on something, you'll be able to see if you need to adjust anything. I like it. What do you guys think? Gosh, is my camera not working? Seems like it's very dark. Sorry, guys. Let me move some lights here. What do you think? You ready for round two? We're gonna make the actual necklace tomorrow night. I love this. I think it's gonna be really interesting looking when we get everything made up. I'm gonna do the same thing up here, but we're gonna do links for the actual necklace. So this will be hanging off of different components. So I'll make a bunch of different components and attach those. And I'm going to use a lobster claw clasp with this ring to close off the necklace. And I might do a little dangle thing with some of the paperclip chain, but I haven't decided yet. Oh, and then these, of course, are going to hang on the sides of the necklace. Probably like that. So that's what I got going on for a burlesque. I'm excited. I think it's going to be a pretty fancy schmancy necklace. I wanted to make it look over the top. I think I'm succeeding. I don't know. You tell me in the comments. But we'll get the rest of it made tomorrow night, and then we'll have a final verdict, I guess. And then look at how much we got in this box. There's so much more that can be made. I'm really excited to just continue with all of these gorgeous pieces. So there'll be a finished jewelry update after this project for sure. So thanks for joining me tonight, and I really appreciate all of you, and I just can't thank you enough for all the comments. Again, it's just really, really neat, and I just absolutely adore all of you, and I'm just really tickled that I can be inspirational for you. So if you haven't joined the Facebook group, again, I have it in the description, a link to it, and please do join. Please let your friends know if they're making jewelry and they want to have a different take. I'd love to have them. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. I think I got 5,000 views last month, and not everybody subscribed. So if you're one that likes to watch, I would just absolutely adore to have you. Again, have a great evening or morning, whenever it is that you're watching this. Take care of your sweet selves and your families, and be safe. And I will see you on the next video.